It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Police have arrested one of the three bandits accused of the violent armed robbery at the Williamtown McDonald's in January. They've now released security footage in the hope someone will recognise the other two culprits. Detectives from Strike Force Shirley arrested an 18-year-old man during a raid on a home in Shearman Avenue at Raymond Terrace yesterday. A male staff member was struck in the arm with a baseball bat during the hold-up. A truck driver is facing a maximum 20 years jail for fatally punching a work colleague at a Sandgate transport depot. Jeffrey Strong has pleaded guilty to assault causing death after he punched Glenn Canning 4 times in the head following an argument over a collision between his truck and a forklift being driven by Mr Canning in 2015. He'll be sentenced in June. Federal Newcastle MP Sharon Claydon has labelled the decision to pass $50 billion worth of tax cuts to big business as reckless and wasteful. Under the legislation, banks are also set to receive a $7.4 billion boost. Sharon Claydon says the trickle-down theory put forward by the Turnbull government is just a myth, and tax breaks to big business will be of no benefit to working families.
We know that Newcastle, like a lot of regional economies, have got a lot to lose from the cuts that this government's making into health, into education, into the pensions. We know that all of these low and middle income earners spend the money they earn back in the communities they live.
There are fresh calls to build a full interchange to connect the John Hunter Hospital with the proposed fifth stage of the Newcastle inner city bypass. Staff and patients say the traffic gridlock has become so bad it takes them up to an hour to leave the hospital. The current plans only allow for a half interchange, meaning drivers coming to or from the north can use the interchange. The next step in digital medical platforms has been developed in Newcastle. The tech startup company Mobito has created a web and app-based service which aims to streamline the work commitments of medical professionals in Australia. Cover Me Medical is designed to be a simple way for practitioners to cover and seek locum shifts. Mobito founder and director Tony Singh says there's already been great interest in the program, which launches next month.
Massive interest in it, and we're excited to bring it to the market. The website is up at the moment taking registrations and interest from medical professionals. We've engaged a number of medical groups on it and explained and described the solution and how it works. We have a prototype that's running in a number of test groups, and our reaction is very positive on it.
If you've ever wanted to own an island paradise, there's one for sale in Port Stephens. The 1.6-hectare Garden Island is nestled in North Arm Cove and is expected to sell for between $3 and $4 million. It comes with a 2-bedroom house, guest accommodation, furniture, a buggy, boat and car. The island last sold in 2001 for just $480,000.
Sport for our sponsor PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
Newcastle Knights 5/8 Brock Lamb admits he still has some work to do on his combination with halves partner Trent Hodkinson. Newcastle will come up against a rejuvenated Canterbury Bulldogs on Friday night at McDonald Jones Stadium. After struggling in defence early in the season, Lamb says he's pleased to have turned the corner.
I probably had one of my best defensive games on the weekend, which gave me a lot of confidence compared to weeks before. So I've just been really focusing on getting my body in front and doing the little things in defence, and when I do that, my confidence comes out, which is good.
The Newcastle Jets know they must win Sunday's F3 derby against the Mariners if they're to have any chance of avoiding a third A-League wooden spoon. On paper, the Jets should be the better side, but recent disappointing performances have put them on the back foot. They have a tough end to their season in the next couple of weeks when they come up against competition front-runners Sydney FC and Melbourne Victory. And Hamilton will celebrate the 100th appearance of skipper Kyle Hodges when they take on Jets Youth on Saturday night at Darling Street Oval. And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 6, 8, 36, 45, 33, 23 and 1, and the supplementaries are 43 and 27. 2NURFM News Time 26 to 9.